Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into something totally wild. We're breaking down a high-stakes scenario where rapid-fire prompt engineering literally collides with intense social pressure. We're looking at the ultimate AI creator arena. Basically, we're going to examine the exact elimination funnel that took a massive starting pool of talent and completely whittled it down to just one single champion. If you've ever wondered what actually happens when you lock the brightest minds in generative tech inside a pressure cooker, well, you are in the right place.
Picture this, 50. We're starting with 50 of the most talented AI creators all crammed together into one giant arena. And look, these aren't your everyday casual enthusiasts. We're talking seasoned indie devs, elite prompt engineers, and algorithmic experts. People who are basically used to being the absolute smartest person in the room when it comes to AI. So just putting them all into a single physical space, it instantly creates this massive powder keg of competitive energy.
So what's driving all this incredible tension? The stakes. The prize for all this is a cool $100,000. But honestly, it isn't even just about the life-changing money. The winner also secures eternal bragging rights in a community that is incredibly fast-growing and hyper-competitive. That mix, massive financial incentive plus pure ego, that's what fuels the fire for literally everything that happens next.
And right out of the gate, the opening banter establishes this fiercely cutthroat tone. You've got these creators immediately sizing each other up before the games even begin. People are casually dropping lines like, "I'm winning this," only to get hit with a totally deadpan, "no chance." A lot of these competitors are leaning really hard on their lifelong training and prep. The arena isn't just testing their code and their algorithms, it's immediately testing their confidence and their psychological resilience.
Okay, let's get into the actual mechanics here. The whole structure runs on this brutal, unforgiving elimination rule. There are no second chances, no lifelines, no safety nets. Step 1, you compete. Step 2, if you lose the challenge. Step 3, you are permanently out. It is a zero-sum game from second one, entirely designed to maximize anxiety and force immediate performance.
Phase 1, the skill test filter.
This very first hurdle, it's brilliantly designed to just weed out the weak through sheer, unadulterated panic. The creators faced a strict ticking countdown timer. They had exactly 5 minutes to execute a really complex task. Specifically, they had to debug a broken neural network script and generate a flawless, high-fidelity deepfake in 5 minutes. This wasn't just about knowing how to use the tools. It was about whether you could optimize your API calls flawlessly while this enormous clock is just ticking away at your sanity. Time's up, and boom, the first massive elimination sequence completely clears the room of anyone who cracked under the pressure.
Challenge 2, teamwork and betrayal.
Right after that initial purge, the format completely flips the script. The survivors are suddenly forced into groups to build collaborative, fully functional, AI-driven web apps from scratch to present to a panel of judges. This introduces a massive, unpredictable layer of social strategy. Suddenly, your technical genius isn't enough to save you if you can't communicate or delegate stuff like front-end API integration and collaborate with the exact same people you are ultimately trying to defeat.
And you see this core social dilemma emerge almost instantly as people form these rapid-fire alliances. Do you go with strategy A, the cooperative route? Hey, if we work together, we build the best product and make it to the final. Or do you take strategy B, the ruthless route, and sabotage each other first? The tension here is palpable. Every single conversation is loaded with suspicion because you never really know if your teammate is secretly planning to throw you under the bus by tanking their portion of the code just to thin the herd.
Because the stakes for failing to navigate this team dynamic were absolutely devastating. When the judges made their final rulings on those collaborative projects, the losing team faced a brutal consequence. It wasn't just a penalty. The losing team was instantly cut in half. Think about that. You could code your specific microservice flawlessly, but the collective failure of your team could still send you packing. It's a masterclass in psychological pressure.
Challenge 3, the double elimination.
Now things get pushed to the absolute breaking point because the stakes are suddenly doubled. In this round, a double elimination is triggered, meaning the margin for error is now razor thin. We see the tension skyrocket with this fast-paced action, competitors barely surviving these crazy near misses. The emotional reactions you see here are so intense, the exhaustion is really setting in, and they're realizing exactly how close they are to the money or to going home completely empty-handed.
The final 5, crowning the champion.
To really put this into perspective, just look at the brutal timeline these final 5 creators have survived. Minute 5, they made it through that rapid-fire opening test that cleared out all the early victims. By hour 2, they were somehow navigating the fracturing dynamics of the team split battle and surviving the judges' cuts. And by hour 4, they had weathered a high-stakes double elimination. Honestly, to be standing in the final 5 means you possess a terrifying combination of technical genius, social adaptability, and sheer mental endurance. But of course, the final hurdle changes the game yet again. The climax wasn't just a straight-up technical showcase where the best code wins. No, it evolved into a complex, multi-round, psychological battle. This final challenge was entirely dictated by calculated bluffs and unexpected twists. Like one creator strategically pretended their language model API was timing out, just to misdirect their competitors' attention. To win the whole shebang, the final creators had to outsmart their peers not just on a computer screen, but face to face.
So, the $100,000 question is, after all the betrayals, the impossibly fast technical hurdles, the shifting alliances, and the pure exhaustion, who actually survives the final twist to take home that life-changing prize? Through an absolute shower of confetti, roaring crowd reactions, and pure, unadulterated disbelief, a single creator conquers the arena. They pulled it off by leveraging a perfect balance of flawless code architecture and downright ruthless social strategy. Their final words, "I can't believe this," totally sum up the grueling, surreal nature of the gauntlet they just ran. And true to the massive scale of this event, the organizers left us with a tantalizing promise. Next time, the challenge is going to be even bigger.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I kind of want you to think about your own skills. We've just seen how this competition demands absolute technical perfection under a 5-minute timer, plus the cunning to navigate forced alliances and double crosses. If you were dropped into this fast-paced AI arena right now, what would be your strategy to survive? Are you the cooperative team player, the silent technical powerhouse, or the ruthless strategist? Think it over, and we'll see you in the next explainer.